Day, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Maida, and under the guidance of my supervisor, Dr. Uranus, I will be presenting our study titled Cultural Competence and Technology in ESL Education, which is a case study of Dubai's private schools in the digital age. Our research focuses on how English as a second language programs operate in a uniquely diverse and technology-driven environment like Dubai. We explore how new media and cultural competence interact to enhance ESL learning in private schools, reflecting the city's multicultural and digitally connected context. We'll start with the introduction, moving to the problem of statement. We'll be discussing our three research objectives. Then we'll discuss our theoretical background, moving to literature review, methodology, discussion, last but not the least, conclusion, and finally moving to the question and answer session. Globalization is reshaping ESL education into a more complex, dynamic, and inclusive field. Teachers are no longer just language instructors, but also cultural mediators and digital facilitators. Integrating cultural competence with innovative technologies is not optional, it's essential for ensuring equity, engagement, and effectiveness in modern language classrooms. English is very important today, but teaching it in Dubai's diverse private schools can be challenging. As students come from many cultures, so schools need to teach English while respecting their cultural backgrounds. Sometimes using the same teaching methods for everyone can ignore these differences. This study looks at how schools in Dubai can be more inclusive and keep cultural identities alive. It also focuses on how teachers can use digital tools better to help include cultural in learning English. The first research questions explores how teachers demonstrate cultural competence in their lessons. That is examined through questionnaires about training, lesson content, and perceptions of cultural importance. The second question looks into looks which tools are used and how often teachers, students, and administrators provide data about platforms, apps, and classroom tech. The third question examines how both cultural integration and technology contribute to improved ESL outcomes, such as motivation, participation, and language acquisition. Dubai is ideal for this study because of its cultural diversity. People from over 200 nationalities live and learn here. English serves as the common instructional language in its vast network of private schools, which implement internationally recognized curricula like IB, British, American, and Indian systems. The city is a hub for educational innovation with strong integration of digital tools such as smart boards and AI-powered language apps. Additionally, policy frameworks from the UAE Ministry of Education support inclusive ESL practices and emphasize the importance of cultural awareness in education. All these factors make Dubai a rich, relevant environment for examining how culture and technology intersect in ESL education. The theoretical foundation of this study emphasizes the inseparable link between language and culture. Mohammed further supports this by noting that ESL's learners who are taught with cultural sensitivity tend to demonstrate better linguistic and pragmatic skills. On the technological side, Ahmedi highlights how digital tools enhance learning by offering interactive and personalized experiences, especially valuable in multicultural lessons. Taken together, these scholars establish the need for a dual-focus ESL approach, integrating both cultural competence and modern educational technology to foster better engagement and understanding in diverse settings. The literature strongly supports the idea that recognizing and respecting students' cultural backgrounds is essential for ESL success. Muhammad found that learners are more engaged and perform better when their cultural values are acknowledged in the classroom. Iber and Hojage argued that students respond more positively when ESL instruction includes culturally relevant content and methods. However, Alisoy warned that many tech-based tools are standardized and fail to address the unique learning styles and cultural context of diverse students. For this study, we used a quantitative research design to gather measurable data. Data collection was done through structured questionnaires created with Google Forms, which allowed for easy distribution and collection of data. Our participants include three key groups involved in ESL education, which are teachers, students, and school administrators. The questionnaire focuses especially on the integration of new media technology and its role in promoting cultural competence within ESL programs. This approach helps us systematically analyze perceptions and experiences across different stakeholders to understand the impact of media on language learning and cultural diversity. Keeping in eyes our three key groups, teachers, students, and administrators, this multi-source approach allows us to triangulate data, meaning we compare and cross-check insights from different stakeholders, where teachers provide classroom-level input, students share their learning experiences, and administrators offer a policy and uh, pers- implementation on their perspective. Teachers in Dubai's private schools understand how important it is to include cultural factors in ESL teaching to better engage students. However, many face challenges due to lack of sufficient training on how to effectively integrate culture into their lessons. Time is big constraint. Is preparing culturally inclusive lessons requires extra effort, which is difficult with busy schedules. Teachers also report limited availability of culturally relevant teaching materials and media resources. While many use online platforms, these tools often don't adapt well to diverse cultural needs of students. Despite these challenges, teachers are enthusiastic about using technology and cultural content to motivate students. From the student's perspective, the inclusion in ESL education is closely tied to how well their individual culture are recognized and respected in the learning process. Many students reported feeling more motivated and engaged when their cultural backgrounds were incorporated into lessons. This cultural inclusion helps them connect better with the language and the content. However, students also pointed out usability issues with the technology used in their ESL programs. Many felt that the media tools and platforms did not fully address the unique cultural or linguistic needs. School administrators in Dubai's private schools are generally aware of their importance of cultural integration and technology in ESL education. They recognize the value of inclusive policies that aim to support cultural diversity and enhance language learning outcomes. However, administrators also acknowledge several systematic constraints that limit effective implementation. Moving to the discussion of our findings, technology makes ESL learning more engaging, but it often lacks cultural evidence. Standardized tools can overlook students' diverse backgrounds. When used thoughtfully, tech can support inclusion and cultural understanding. This study shows that blending tech with cultural awareness improves both language learning and student connection. This study shows that interaction is key to effective ESL teaching in Dubai's diverse private schools. Early immersion and bilingual programs support academic and personal growth and prepare students for global opportunities. Despite their benefits, implementing these programs faces challenges that require stronger policy support. There is a clear need for better teacher training, cultural relevant materials, and inclusive technology. Pedagogically, integrating cultural competence into teaching is essential for building empathy and intercultural skills. Collaboration among educators, administrators, and the community is vital to reach multilingual learning environments. This research calls for policies and practices that prioritize cultural inclusion and innovative technology using ESL education. Thank you, everyone, for your time and attention. Moving to the question and answer session, if you have any questions, you may ask.